back. And I'm not gonna keep you guys too long, but earlier, a couple of hours ago, big game, Hawks fans. We got our get back. We got our revenge. But before I get started talking stats and things, a little bit of game analyst talking about how things went down. Caitlin, of course, the team, unfortunate injury, just a few things I saw. I'll ask you guys as y'all roll up in, hit the like button. And if you're watching this on playback, hey, still hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed and you're a Hawkeyes fan, go ahead and do that now. So let's go ahead and talk about it, guys. So, yeah, it was a nice game. Um, we were able to take their shots. Ohio State was sending shots, literally, figuratively, and we was able to deal with that and bounce back from it. And all the course of one game, we were very resilient today, and they just kept pressing us, and we just kept pushing back. And I really like what I saw today from the team. Um, we were playing well together, well composed. We weren't just looking for Caitlin to do everything today. I like the well balanced fact that the offense was spread out today. And I think the first player I want to start with and mention is Gabby Marshall. Gabby Marshall was straight. She was on fire. And she only scored 12 points, right? Yeah, she only scored 12 points. But it's the way she did it. It's the aggression that she showed. We haven't seen that much. We've only seen it a handful of times. Now, even though we've only seen her be aggressive a handful of times, she still kept up her defensive prowess. She's still been a steals king. She still come out and play, keep her head up, her spirits are high. It's just that she's been kind of timid. But today, this Gabby Marshall, that's something else. I kind of briefly talked about it in the comment section on what is it, Iowa Hawkeyes, Hawkeye the Storm. I, it's Corey and former Iowa player Kashane Alexander. Great post game show. So if you guys are Hawks fans and you want to check out a post game show, they do it like none other. So check them out. That's Corey CoryBrada, and then Kashane Alexander. For you guys that are Hawks fans, y'all might know her. It's Kachine Alexander. But going back to what I was saying, we were really getting after it today. Caitlin had help, and it's not every day that you see Caitlin Clark. I'm not gonna sit here and ever sit here and talk negative about our teammates, our players, but it's not every day that everybody's locked in and focused. And I got it on the stat sheet. I was just gonna look at the stats really quickly. I kind of know what happened already, but Caitlin Clark's nine assists was big time. You couldn't, Thomas. You doing what here? You doing typos with Wizards? Yeah, the Wizards need help because they're worse than the Detroit Pistons. I think that's horrible. But yeah, without looking at the stat sheets in front of me, I would say that defensively we played well. Last game, Cody McMahon was giving us so much trouble. She's a physical brute force for Ohio State. We kept her in check. She only scored 10 points today. Really couldn't keep JC Sheldon down, but we were able to stop Cody McMahon, and they made shots. You know, I give Ohio State that. They number 2 ranked team in the country. If you're not familiar, we beat the number 2 team in the country. It shows me that when we hitting on all cylinders, we could beat everybody. I mean, we could beat anybody. Maybe South Carolina. I don't know. I feel like somebody else is going to have to upset South Carolina because I don't think we can upset South Carolina. Hawkeyes fans, what do y'all think? If y'all watching, I don't think we can beat South Carolina, but hopefully somebody else can take them down for us. That's the best case scenario because, I mean, as long as you got Caitlin Clark, I'm not scared of us going into lineup competition and heat of fire against any team. But I really wouldn't want to go up against South Carolina during March Madness because, of course, they finished the season undefeated. That's something they known to do a lot. Hannah Stokey was big time today, 9 for 12. That's 75% shooting, 9 rebounds, a pair of assists, 23 points. Next season, this team is pretty much going to be hers. So, it's great to see what she's doing, accomplishments that she's making. Uh, Also, Caitlin Clark, she did shoot a lot, didn't have the best field goal percentage, but what else did she do? Pass Pistol Pete. She passed Pistol Pete, emptied out the clip, and then she tossed the pistol. No disrespect to Pistol Pete. He's all time great, but it's we living in the days of Caitlin. These are the Caitlin days, and man, as an Iowa fan, as a Caitlin fan, I think she's eclipsing even her own expectations. I think she's eclipsing even what some of us thought for her. It's like watching Taylor Swift play basketball the way that people just gravitate towards her. Like it's like Michael Jackson. I don't want to say Michael Jordan. I don't want to say Kobe Bryant, but watching what she is doing on the court is taking a whole women's basketball by storm. And she is almost so great. And this is no disrespect to the other players. What up, who that Diddy? Quiet Hype Media in the building. Yeah, they work big time. But what's she doing? I mean, she taking college basketball by storm so much that when you watch other teams play, unless it's like Juju Watkins, unless you're watching like Hannah Hidalgo from Notre Dame, of course Juju goes to USC. Maybe unless you're watching South Carolina, shout out to Don Staley. Maybe unless it's like a juggernaut like South Carolina or UConn, it almost feels like it's a high you come down from watching Caitlin Ball. So that if you just watching, like say you finish watching Iowa play and then you turn on like what Vanderbilt and Valparaiso, which now that's not even probably possible for them two teams to play. But yeah, let's just say you turn on Marquette and Louisville. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, cool, women's college basketball. I can watch this because I can watch almost any game and find a player that's playing good, a couple of players. I can. And I can just sit there and study what's going on, the players, the team. But it's just something that's like truly, truly incredible when you're watching Caitlin play. And it's basically taking the world by storm. It's her ability with the freaky passes, the 3-point shots that she just rains down, the crossovers. She just be doing it all out there. And she's just amazing. I can't really say enough. I don't even have the words anymore to describe how remarkable a season has been. You pass up Pistol Pete, it gets recognized. Earlier you pass up Kelsey Plum, and then shout out to Lynette Woodard. I think she was the first women's Harlem's Globetrotter ever. So shout out to her because Caitlin passed Lynette Woodard too. She just passing everybody. And there's really no reason for her to come back. Yeah, straight up. Like if you still listen to Diddy, like man, when she made the announcement, there's no reason for her to come back. Like none. Like we know that she's still trying to get the elusive national championship, but everybody don't win a championship. It just doesn't happen. Everybody cannot win the chip. And so, I mean, you sit there and see that everything that she has done versus what she hadn't done, but the only thing she hadn't done is win a championship. You can't stay, even though she had that 5th year of eligibility, and people say, well, Kate Martin stayed and Gabby Marshall stayed. That's because they're like a team. They're a clique. They're home girls, like for real, for real. Caitlin said it herself on senior night, right after the game. She said just how they friends in real life. This ain't no team shit. They real friends. And it was the same way with Monica Cesano the year before and McKenna Warnock. This is a union. This is like family. So they stayed because of their sister. So, but why would Caitlin stay? Because next season it's going to be inexperienced. Not gonna sit here and say we're going to be horrible, but it's going to be an inexperienced team. You're gonna have a lot of freshmen. Yeah, we got like 4 nice recruits coming in, but the top recruit, she tore her ACL a few days after Christmas. Hannah's gonna be really good. She's gonna be a junior next season, but she can't do it alone. Hannah Stokey is not Caitlin Clark. She's damn good, but she's not gonna be pulling up, shooting 30-foot 3-pointers. So that aspect of the game is gonna be out of it. See, I wasn't even going to talk about next season, but I just somehow segued into that. But yeah, going back to the game, I thought it was important to get this win against Ohio State, seeing as though they're the number 2 team in the country. Let us know that when we playing defense, we locked in, we can beat just about anybody except for South Carolina. WNBA finna be lit next season. Fever perfect. Yeah, I think so. Leah Boston, Melissa Smith. If they keep Kelsey Mitchell, that's fire. That's going to be fire. The Indiana Fever will. They got to get into the playoffs, and I definitely think that they can start that process of qualifying for the playoffs. Um, Talk more about that later. But also, if y'all haven't heard, Molly Davis got hurt, and I think that was unfortunate. And they tried to blame the defender. I think her name was Greenway. They tried to blame her injury on her. They always looking for somebody to blame. So the crowd was raining down boos. And I just thought it was an unfortunate incident that happened. We always got to be pointing the finger at somebody today in this society. And not to get off track, I just thought it was just an unfortunate injury. And Molly Davis is a key player to this team. She's the heart and hustle of this team. She's small in stature, but man, does she scrap. And so it's unfortunate. Hopefully, though, best case scenario with Molly Davis getting hurt, hopefully she can come back. I'm not worried about if she missed the conference tournament. I don't know how much precedent we put on this conference tournament, but it's about March Madness. It's about the big dance. And of course, you don't want to get eliminated in the conference tournament, but it's not the end all be all. So if we have to miss some games because Molly Davis can't play, that's fine. Just get well. And shout out to Kylie Furback. She's like a brand new woman. She came in hitting threes, energy, ripping and running up and down the court. She was getting after it. And was good. Man, Cave. Man. As God, what's good, bro? Yeah, man, she getting it, man. Caitlin Clark, she is her. She is definitely her. And it's kind of crazy, bro. She turned the whole women's game of college basketball on its head, bro. Like people that don't even like want nothing to do with women's college basketball is like, hey yo, who is this? Tell me more about this person. You watch that, you talk about that, right? And I'm like, yeah. And they like, fill me in, let me know who is. And it's like, yeah, I just feel like what she's doing, the way she's taking over, we ain't never seen nothing like it. And you have players like Maya Moore, as great as she is, and shout out Maya Moore. She took some pictures with Caitlin Clark. That's Caitlin Clark's that's like a childhood hero growing up. But we seen superstars like Maya Moore, Candace Parker, Lisa Leslie, Brittany Griner, Diana Taurasi, Brianna Stewart, Shamika Holdsclaw. Who else? Super. We can go on and on and on. Asia Wilson, Cheryl Swoops. We done seen so many great plays. Tina Thompson, Jewel Lloyd. I mean, we can go on and on and on. Sylvia Files. And yet, you ain't never seen a player sit there and just have everybody coming out in droves and bunches and people standing in line like they giving away Jordans and people standing in a line like they just giving away free PlayStation 5s, but they really just showing up to see Caitlin Clark. And you know what makes it even more magnificent? Caitlin Clark ain't going between her legs like J.R. Ryder and slamming the ball down. She ain't even doing that. She just pulling up with dazzling threes to the likes of a Stephen Curry. See, to me, she the perfect mix of a Stephen Curry, a Ray Allen, a Sue Bird, parts Diana Taurasi, because she can light it on fire. Caitlin can light the lamp whenever she feel like she need to, and she can get others involved whenever she needs to. So it's like the perfect combination. It's like, damn, Steve Nash, meet Steph Curry. Like for real, it's like Steve Nash meet Steph Curry. Like a John Stockton meet Ray Allen. Like that's what it is. Like that is exactly what it is. And she is capable of doing this. And I'm probably gonna say this for like later lives down the road or videos. But the truth of the matter is when she hits the league, no, she might not be super great. Kelsey Plum was not that great initially. A lot of players have struggled, but Indiana is by no means not. They're not going to even remotely think of giving up on her. If she's averaging even 15 points again, 14 points, they ain't giving up. And people talking about, is there any chance she wouldn't get taken by the Fever? Hell no. If the Fever, it's like, yo, Diddy, man, K, that's God. It's like passing on. It's like saying, nah, I'm going to pass on LeBron. It's like saying, Tim Duncan in the draft. Nah, I want the person behind them. I'm gonna take the next person. Nah, hell no. It's not happening. Caitlin Clark finna do what Magic Bird did for the NBA. A lot of women finna get money. You know what, bro? Side note, side story. What's Angel Reese gonna do? Like, I think it's time. Like, they synonymous together. They names go side by side. In my opinion, is Angel Reese really finna like not go? Like Angel Reese gotta go. Like she gotta stop playing. Like I was watching one YouTuber talk about it, and he was basically saying like Angel Reese, there's parts of your game that you do need to improve, but it's time for you to take the next step, the next challenge. See, everybody worried about money. Caitlin getting that good NIL money. She eating that good chicken. She eating that good chicken. She got the golden biscuits, the golden chicken at the table. That NIL money is looking great. But I don't understand why Angel Reese, she is, it seems like she's unsure if she wants to go. She don't have to go. I mean, by no means, because I don't know if y'all know, but the women's game, the WNBA is one of the hardest leagues to make because it is not that many rosters. Unless if your name is not Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, you're going to be struggling to try to make a roster. If Iowa meets LSU in the tournament, the Hawkeyes will stomp LSU. LSU deep, though, as God. LSU, it says, oh, man, it's time for me to get up out of here. I should have came on the camera. I should have flipped the bad boy and just came on camera. Hey, but yeah, for real, everybody trying to pile in. What you say, Diddy? Reese gotta go to Paige. Yeah, Paige ain't going nowhere. Paige says she's staying put. Interesting fact. Let's see if Aaliyah Edwards stays put. I'm thinking Aaliyah Edwards might just come out, But hey, I could be wrong. But sometimes I'm right. Paige and Reese were supposed to make this a super draft. Yeah, I know, right? Rakia Jackson, she looked nice. I don't know if you're familiar with Rakia Jackson from Tennessee. She looked really, really nice. That was the first time I saw her play today. I ain't finished the game, but yeah, I'm definitely thinking Rakia Jackson, the Sky could probably take her at number 3. She'll be a nice replacement for Kalia Copper. They should definitely do that. And I don't know, bro, because see, LSU, they loaded. They didn't gotten better and better. As God, I don't know if we meet them, I'm not gonna see. I say we probably got a better chance depending on what the referees be on, because the referees, they really mucked up that national title game. It's like let both sides, let these players play. And they put Angel Reese on the bench early. Yeah, that was crazy. What's up, Daniel Barry? Passing on Kate. Yeah, I mean, come on now. That would just be complete insanity. That's the last. That's like, who is that? Portland passed S God. If you don't hear who they take, damn, they took says I know somebody, my basketball knowledge is pretty, Sam Bowie, there we go. They're gonna take Sam Bowie and leave Michael Jordan on the table. I will never forget that. That's like Greg, who's that, Portland? Portland did it again when they took Greg Oden and left Kevin Durant on the table. Like, No, it's definitely not worth just having a discussion on. But yeah, I hope that Molly Davis can come back. Um, but it's no rush as long as she's able to return for tournament time. Hopefully, she's a tough player. As far as Sydney Fulton, she's been underrated all season. She is a great player that hustles so hard. She's been a godsend this season. Kate Martin had a nice game. She had 11 points, 9 rebounds. We just gonna have to see because what worries me the most is the post players. If we playing against a team with great post presence, tall post players like Camila Cardoso, I'm worried. If we playing against like somebody with a lot of height like a Cardoso that can be a rebounding beast on the board, I will be worried. I will definitely because I think Hannah Stokey should be playing 4 and not 5. I really think so. And then off the bench, in terms of a center, Sharon Goodman, we do not play her anymore. That's probably why she decided to like leave her 2 years of eligibility on the table because we don't. I mean, damn, we don't. She's a post player and we don't play her at all. And then Addison O'Grady. I mean, I hope she sticks with the team, but she has not played much. Coach Lisa Bluter don't like to play nobody. They pass. She don't like to play her bench. That is. I'm surprised she put Taylor McCabe in the game today. Was a great marksman, a great markswoman 3-point shooter, but I think the moment was too big for Taylor McCabe today, so she ended up getting yanked really quick. As God, you say they passed on Jordan because they had Drexler. Go figure. Yeah, I know, right? Um, Sometimes you gotta take the best player available, and you know that already. Sometimes you definitely got to take the best player available. You have to. But let's see if I didn't cover anything because I think I pretty much covered everything. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Ohio State is still the truth? I wonder where they're gonna go. Are they gonna fall back because they lost? Great victory though for us. Mentality wise, to get a victory over the number 2 team in the country, let people know that when we focus and we locked in, Caitlin Clark playing at her best, it's hard to stop us. It is truly hard to stop us. Shout out to everybody watching. Hit them like buttons. Um, let's see. Is there anything that I did not cover that I wanted to? Um, the only thing I will say is we let Ohio State hit a lot of threes that was kind of worrying me, but I wasn't as worried because we answered the bell each time. Each time we answered the bell, Ohio State gonna win a Big Ten conference. What in the crazy? No, I mean, yeah, it's a big possibility. It's a giant possibility. I tell you this, before I go, it's either going to be Iowa or Ohio State. And I'm a fan. I like Big Ten basketball a lot. It's not just me being, the diehard Iowa fan that I am. I also like the Big Ten a lot. A lot of the teams that we play against, I tend to watch sometimes the games twice, and I like a lot of play. I've learned a lot of great players just from watching our opponent. So sometimes I watch us, of course, but not watch your opponent a lot. Like Alexis Murkowski from Nebraska, Maura Joyner from Minnesota, and I mean not Minnesota, Michigan State. Tori Osmond from Michigan State. There's a lot of nice teams out there, but as far as winning this tournament, yeah, Ohio State or Iowa. Shout out because Michigan State, they're a really good team, but I don't think they're ready yet. Minnesota lost Mara Braun and Sophie Hart, so the injuries kind of knocked them back down to earth. Northwestern, please, goodbye to them. Illinois, please, goodbye to them. Nebraska, I don't know. Penn State, I doubt it. But yeah, I mean, it's either going to be Ohio State or Iowa that gets the Big Ten tournament win. And if it was, I don't want us to win the tournament if it's going to cost us in March Madness. I'd rather us have all our pieces. So, they ain't got the Big Ten. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. But yeah, Ohio State looks solid. They might get upset in the tournament. We gonna see. But yeah. Normally we didn't pop on this like that. I just come in, say what I need to say. But yeah, next one we're gonna jump on Cam. We're gonna talk a little bit more. probably gonna put together a little video because I ain't say nothing about putting together a video about tonight's game, or I just might not since I went live. It just depends. Kind of want to talk about what we're going to look like going forward at some point. I don't want to keep putting that off, but there's tons and tons of postseason left because we gonna find out who the real Iowa fans is. I'm gonna say that before I get up out of here. Sess, Diddy from Quiet Hype Media, S God, we about to find out who the real Iowa fans is. Like Eminem song, real Iowa fans, please stand up. We gonna find out after Caitlin. We not gonna find out before Caitlin leaves. We gonna find out after Caitlin Clark leaves. We gonna be finding out who the real Iowa Hawkeye fans still are. Because it's easy to come running when we are winning. Everybody knows that. It's easy to root for a team that's winning. But when you suffering, when you underperforming, we gonna see what the people really talking about. You know it's Gamecocks over here. Yeah, I know. Who was that? I seen somebody channel for the first time. I was in the cut watching Captain Will. I was just in the cut, just over there, I was just over there seething, Sess, and I was watching Captain Will, the Gamecocks fan. I was in the live stream, I was in the corner, I was just balling up in fear. I was like, man. But he was dropping some mean facts, though. It's always good to hear Gamecocks fans because, y'all super passionate about y'all team as well. I was just like, man, I was just sitting in the car like, do I say something? Like, man, it's some petty fans out there. Like, I mean, it's some people that are petty. Like, I noticed that from going on to YouTube, Facebook, IG, Twitter. Like, some people would get mad at you if you don't root for their team. Like, I'm thinking we all adults. Like, some people will literally get upset if you're not like all in with their team, or if you talk about your team too much, they got a problem with it. It's like there's enough room for everybody to talk women's college basketball. Like you said the other day, says it's a lot of room. It's a lot of channels. There's room for everybody to just go ahead and talk what you want to talk about. He believes that Raven Johnson is, the best point guard in the country. Who am I to dispute it? If somebody tell me Caitlin Clark ain't her, we going to verbal war. I'm going to say, you out of your mind. But it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. And I guess, I had to learn that the hard way. When we lost to LSU, I was like, damn, man, y'all stole our championship. I can't stand y'all. I hate y'all. I had to let all that go. Then one of my favorite players, Haley Van Lith, went over to LSU. And it's just pettiness. It's just nonsense because at the end of the day, we all just fans in a growing sport. And we ought to be supporting it no matter who it is that's winning, like Don Staley. I think, I'm going to say this before I go, I think I wanted to put out more South Carolina content. And see, this is how y'all know I'm legitimate in this sense. I put out South Carolina content, but not as much as I wanted to. And I've put out some LSU content, maybe not quite as much as I wanted to. And I seen like the numbers like buzzing and going up. But then I realized it's not about no numbers. It's not about no views. It's not about likes. It's about me talking about a sport I love to talk about. It just so happen to have two favorite teams in it, UCLA and Iowa. And, some people probably would have been like, oh, wow, I can get these kind of numbers. Well, let me just continue to talk South Carolina and let me just continue. No, I'll get around to talking them when I do. And that's exactly what I do. And if we run up against South Carolina in the tournament, Sess, we probably going to get our heads cracked, And I say probably because I don't want us to. I'm hoping somebody else upsets you guys because, I can't stand the pain. I can't stand y'all too good. And that's the problem. I wanted to go 30 and what y'all go 28-0. I wanted to go 28-0. Hell, I don't even know what y'all. All I know is y'all went undefeated. We want to go undefeated too. UCLA won their first 14 games before we fell back to earth. But anyway, guys, it's been a great live. I didn't talk longer than I probably even wanted to, but I do appreciate you guys for stopping by. Hit the like buttons on your way out. Man, if you new here, we talk Iowa Hawkeyes basketball, Las Vegas Aces content, and we also talk UCLA Bruins. But here's the thing before I go, right? What's going to happen? Incest. Am I going to stay a Aces fan? Am I going to go to the Fever? What's going to happen? I still got a few people on the hook. They wondering. I guess I like to keep people guessing because, see, being a super Caitlin fan and being an Asia Wilson fan, I mean, I guess we can all root for two teams, right? But I root for two teams in college basketball. I'm not a two-team person everywhere. I can't do it. I got two NBA teams. I got the Timberwolves and the Pacers. I cannot have two teams. It's got to stop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull a LeBron James decision. As God, I'm going to come on here. I'm going to come on here live. And I'm going to be like, yo, I got to figure out where I'm going. I'm taking my talents to XY. I'm taking my fandom talents to XYZ. But we gonna see how it goes. No, hey Diddy, you can't have all them teams, dog. You got half the WNBA. What you can't? You got half the Wings, Dream, Liberty. Ain't no way, bro. Unless you're telling me those the teams that you think gonna compete. But to have all those teams, that's kind of wild, bro. Fever content because of Caitlin. Yeah, no doubt about it. Last season I watched like 40 games. I watched like 37, 38 games from the Fever. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm having a decision show. I'm telling you now, I gotta be different. See, that's the thing. We all bring something different to the table, so why not have fun with it? You know, at the end, I don't see there ain't nobody else probably likely to be like, yeah, you know what? I gotta split my loyalties here, because what's gonna happen when Caitlin and them take on the Las Vegas Aces? What I'm supposed to do? She playing the Kelsey Plum. She done already passed Kelsey Plum up. Kelsey probably gonna have a chip on her shoulder, and I'll be like, no, Kelsey, you cold, but you can't be doing this to Caitlin now. See, I'm gonna have to make a decision. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I do appreciate y'all for rocking with the channel, and RC is gonna go ahead and get up out of here. But hey, it's been fun. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.